I'm not going to be telling you anything you don't know already, so this is just a reminder that God has really put on my heart to share because it's something that He has caused me to have to remember so many times in the past few weeks. As you grow older, as you experience life more, as more sorrows just pile up and the pain becomes harder, we often forget how to deal with that pain, how to deal with that sorrow. And the sorrow I want to talk about specifically is not just when I am a victim and bad things happen to me, a good person. This is the sorrow that comes from I am a bad person. I have sinned. I have sinned against the Lord. I have sinned against people. I have hurt things. I have ruined things. And it is my fault. That kind of pain, that kind of sorrow. And it's crushing and overwhelming to be the source of pain and problems. The solution to this pain is not despair. We are not at all called to despair. We are not called to be depressed. We are not called to beat ourselves up. But our response so often is to not deal with it and just let that pain blister and broil until we hate ourselves or until we lash out because we don't believe that we can be good anymore, or can do anything, or can be healed or forgiven. So that's not a good solution. Despair is not a good solution. Stuffing it away is not a good solution either. Psalm 32 speaks exactly to the situation when you have caused pain and you are suffering because of it. He says in verse 3, "For when I kept silent, my bones wasted away through my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy upon me. My strength was dried up as by the heat of summer." David knew what was up. He knew what it's like to be this sorrowful. He knew. I mean, I could definitely identify with David here. I'm keeping it in. I'm keeping silent. I'm groaning. I'm wasting away. People ask me, "What's wrong? You look depressed." It's like, I'm not depressed yet. I'm just, ugh. What is his solution? Well, he finally figures it out. "I acknowledged my sin to you. I did not cover my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord." Well, this is brilliant. And this is what I mean, like, you guys already know this. But so often I forget this. I forget that the solution is just go to God. Just go, run to Him and tell Him everything. Acknowledge your sin. Don't cover it up. Don't try to excuse it. Don't try to make yourself look pretty in front of God. Just dump it on Him. Just say, "Here I am. Here's what's up. Here is sinful me. I will confess my sin to you, Lord." All of it. And then what happens? "You forgave the iniquity of my sin." Now I want to focus on the iniquity of my sin part, because yes, we know that God forgives sin, right? But what is the iniquity of sin? Well, sin is a transgression of the law. Iniquity is more of original sin. It's more of the tendency that leads me to sin. It's the deeper, icky stuff inside me that causes me to sin. God forgives that. He forgives you as a terrible person. Not only does He forgive the terrible thing that you have done, but He forgives you. He forgives the thing that causes you to continually sin. And He says, it doesn't matter. I love you. You are forgiven. Walk free. And David's conclusion to this personal episode of freedom and forgiveness is, "Therefore let everyone who is godly offer prayer to you at a time when you may be found." That time is right now. That time is today. That time is whenever you need to unburden yourself to the Lord. If you are godly, that is, if you are one of Jesus' righteous ones, if you have been covered by Christ, if you are one of God's children, offer prayer to God. Go to Him. Confess and receive the forgiveness for not only the sin, but the iniquity of your sin. So this is, again, not anything brand new, not rocket science, But it is something that I think we need to keep in mind and that we so often forget. So go talk to God about whatever's on your heart right now. Okay, love y'all. Bye.